Hello everybody, I'm Norbert here from the Golden Dragons channel, and welcome to the new series on my channel, Bible Talk. So, in this series, we will be going through the Bible. Now, this is the kids' NIV version. It's kind of worded for kids better, but it still is the NIV version. We will be going through it slowly over a progression of probably well over 100 episodes. I plan to keep going with this series as long as I can. So, let's get to it. So, we're going to be reading from the Bible. And what better place to start than in Genesis, the first book of the Bible. So the plan is for the series, I will read it aloud and do my best to explain it. How well I will do, I don't know. And that's where you guys come in. If you guys know a better way of explaining the Bible, or explaining a certain part that I missed, please tell me down in the comment section below. Or if you have my phone number, or you have my Instagram, or anything like that, feel free to send me a direct message, or a text, or even a call. I will gladly listen to your responses. Let's get going. So, Genesis 1. The beginning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. In the evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. And God said, Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear. And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants, and trees on the land that bear fruit with seeds in it, according to their various kinds." And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seeds according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kind. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let the lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times, and days, and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night. And to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." So God created great creatures of the sea, and every living thing with which the water teems, and that moves about in it, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water and the seas. And let the birds increase on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea, and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all creatures that move along the ground. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea, and the birds of the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground. Then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. And to all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds of the sky, and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything that has the breath of life in it, I give every green plant for food. And God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. There was evening in the morning, the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed, in all their vast array. By the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day he rested from all his work. And God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because he rested from the work of creating that he had done. Alright, so that was Genesis chapter 1 and a little bit into 2. Barely a paragraph. I had to get into 2 a little bit because it included the 7th day. And I wanted to include that in this section. So, here is what we have. So, to go over this. God created everything over a period of several days. When God did this, he simply had to speak, and it happened. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. Like that is how it happened. Now I know I'm going to get comments about this, so I'm going to address this now. What about the Big Bang Theory? It's a theory, but it can be related. So, the Big Bang Theory was a flash of light and an explosion that created the universe. Remember that, a flash of light. And on chapter 1, verse 3 of Genesis, it says, and God said, let there be light. And there was light. You see, God said it first. He said it all first. Because God knows what's going on. God made it all. God created everything. And when he said, let there be light, he was creating it all. And that's what the Big Bang Theory actually explains. Is that verse. That's all it does. Alright. Let's see. So, another part. So God created mankind in his own image. Now people are going to say, but people sin. So how could they have created in their own image? That will be addressed in the next episode of Bible Talk. I can guarantee you that, because we'll be going over Genesis chapter 2 and more. Chapter 2 and I think a little bit of 3. Maybe. It'll either be covered in the next episode or within the next 2. Because I plan to only do one verse at a time. Or not verse. One chapter at a time. Sorry about that. So, we're only going to keep these episodes are probably going to be around 10 to 12 minutes. I don't plan to extend them any longer than that, because I want these to be short little snippets that you can watch within a very short amount of time. I want them to be fun. I will be getting a better recording setup. In fact, there we go. That's actually a little bit better. Next time I'll definitely bring my keyboard down when I do this. And I'll also clear up my surroundings a little bit better, and I'll make it so it's a little better of an environment, so that we could do this a little bit easier. If there was any echo at all, I don't believe there was, because I have a lot of stuff in here that kind of soups up all that echo. If there was any at all, I'm very sorry, guys. We recently moved, and we got everything unpacked and everything. But for recording, I'm not sure how this room's going to work. I've tested it in other rooms. It's worked okay. It's worked okay in this room before, but I've never done it when I'm actually using my normal speaking voice. Like if I'm speaking to a crowd or in a debate or anything like that, and whether it be English class, social studies class, or whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode of Bible Talk. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. So stand strong, my friends. Remember, God loves you. Take care, everybody. Norbert here from the Golden Dragons channel, signing off.